Hey folks, Jessica Carricker coming live to you for the first time on this page. I wanted to talk about three things with you all, and the first being the Washington State Stay Home, Stay Healthy Order, which is 20-25. On February 29th, we got a state of emergency proclamation was announced, and then on March 23rd of this year, the Stay Home, Stay Healthy order was initiated that closed down non-essential businesses on March 25th. So just kind of want to get that one out of the way. We all are aware that we have a state stay-at-home order. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of our local stay-home order or our local state of emergency declaration that was made. So we'll start with which was done by date. So on March 6th, 2020, the county commissioners declared declaration of emergency COVID-19 was signed into effect. It states, and I'm just going to read the first sentence for you, and I will attach this link in there for you. On March 6, 2020, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office, in charge of emergency services, and the Kittitas County Public Health Officer has reported to the Board of County Commissioners that on March 5th, 2020, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office was notified of a patient that had tested positive for the novel coronavirus COVID-19 in the state of Nevada. That patient had recently traveled through Central Washington University on a tour. So I'm going to include this declaration of emergency for COVID-19 that was enacted on March 6th. We have additionally a Kittitas County Health Order of Stay at Home, which is required by law to be renewed every 10 days. I emailed Dr. Mark Larson on May 7th, and I asked him I said, we have had some discussion amongst us as to why you feel it is necessary to keep renewing the Kittitas County Health Order when Governor Inslee has a Stay Home, Stay Healthy proclamation in effect. So the short response that I got on May 11th was that the health order is a tool in place to be rapidly responsive to local needs. It'll be modified rapidly when we get the variants. So again, the response was the health order is a tool in place to be rapidly responsive to local needs. It will be modified rapidly when we get the variants, which, as you all know, we have not gotten the variants yet. When I made my announcement video, I talked a little bit about community health. And there's three things to community health. Right now, we're very focused on medical health, but we're forgetting that there's economic and social health in our community as well. I have heard personally Dr. Larson say that he's not willing to trade lives for money. And I'm coming to you because I did a public disclosure request last week, and I think it's imperative that everyone is aware of Dr. Mark Larson's current pay raise that he's gotten at the county level, because he's not feeling the financial burden that the people that have been laid off, the people that have been told that they cannot work because they're a non-essential business, the people that haven't gotten the unemployment, that haven't gotten the government assistance that we've been saying. This is what I got. I requested the Kittitas County Personnel Action Form, and on it states, the comments, moving Dr. Larson's status to full-time in light of the emergency declaration for COVID-19 enacted by Resolution 2020-042 on March 6th, 2020. That resolution is what I read you that first paragraph of, that the commissioners signed. Now, here's what gets me. He's not willing to trade lives for money, but his base wage at Kittitas County for the health officer is $5,163. His base wage is based off of a percentage of time that he is expected to work. I think it's around the 30% of his full-time employment. But because of COVID-19 and because of the declaration of emergency COVID-19 that was enacted on March 6th by our county commissioners, Dr. Mark Larson went from making $5,163 a month to $17,210. Let me repeat that. $17,210. Folks, I don't know what that says to you, but I would like Dr. Mark Larson to explain to me what tools he's given to be rapidly responsive to local needs for COVID-19. I brought up when we first started this video the Stay Home, Stay Healthy proclamation that was written, because it states in there, the models predict that many hospitals in Washington state will reach capacity or become overwhelmed with COVID-19 patients within the next several weeks unless we substantially slow down the spread of COVID-19 throughout the state. Kittitas County, KVH Hospital, has not had one single COVID-19 patient. From my understanding, and I could very well be wrong on this, I do not know it as a fact. I've only heard from individuals that KVH has not laid off any employees yet, that they are required to take their vacation time right now because that has been money that's set aside. So even though that the hospital is losing money, they are having their money for vacation has been set aside. So let's bring that full circle again. He's not willing to trade lives for money. We've had over 59 cases now. We've had 0 hospitalizations. The original Stay Home, Stay Healthy proclamation was to protect our hospitals and the folks that were vulnerable for it so that when and if they got sick, they could go to the doctor and receive the immediate care that they would need. But that never happened. We've had 0 fatalities, 0 hospitalizations, and our economy is dying. But let's take a step back here, because it'll probably upset you that you find out that he's had an over 300% pay raise on the county level. And when they tell you, well, it's federal money, folks, if you know how your taxes work, your taxes go to local, state, and federal. The federal government is funded by tax dollars. It's still your money. It's still our money. So what will be said is, well, the Board of County Commissioners can't do anything about it because it's up to Dr. Mark Larson. If you read in the Kittitas County Health Order, Stay at Home, the very first sentence says, according to RCW 70.05.0703, the health officer will control and prevent the spread of any dangerous, contagious, or infectious diseases that may occur within his jurisdiction. That is true. It does say that. However, if we go to RCW 70.05.070 and we read the first paragraph, it states, the local health officer acting under the direction of the local Board of Health or under the direction of the administrative officer appointed under RCW 70.05.040 or 70.05.035, if any, shall. It lists out 9 different items. Again, he is correct that he does have the authority to control or prevent the spread of any dangerous, contagious, or infectious diseases that may occur within his or her jurisdiction. But let me read part of that first paragraph again for you. The local health officer acting under the direction of the local Board of Health. Folks, in Kittitas County, there are 5 seats on our local Board of Health. One is currently not being held by anyone. So there's currently only 4 health board members. The first one being Dr. John Asriel. The second one, Commissioner Laura O'Shades. The third one, Commissioner Corey Wright. The fourth one, Commissioner Brett Wack-Smith. So when a county commissioner tells you that they don't have the authority over what the health director is doing or the health department is doing, you're more than welcome to refer back to RCW 70.05.070 and remind them that the local health officer acts under the direction of the local Board of Health. 3 of our county commissioners are on that board. Those 3, they are elected. They are not appointed. They are elected by the constituents. So this is what I'm going to end with. I'm going to end with Article 1, Section 1 of the Washington State Constitution to remind you about your local elected officials, actually all your elected officials in Washington State. Political power. All political power is inherent in the people, and the governments derive their just power from the consent of the governed, and are established to protect and maintain individual rights. With that, folks, common sense, reason, and transparency. This is why I'm coming to you and talking to you about this, because I believe that you cannot make unbiased decisions about keeping us in a state of emergency when you're making 300% more than you were on March 5th. That's a huge concern. So when he goes and he tells us that he's not willing to trade lives for money, let's ask him if he's going to put that money back in the county kitty. I'd love to know, because he's not feeling the economic hurt that these businesses who are looking down the pipe of losing their livelihoods because they're not able to open, he's not feeling what they're feeling. He's not feeling how we're feeling, and he's not listening, and he's not hearing the voice of the people. I'm going to share with you the documents. I'm going to share with you the links. I want you to not just listen to what I'm saying. I want you to take the time to read and to research it. So with that, I want you all to have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.